What kind of country is Kazakhstan really? Kazakhstan is the largest landlocked country in the world. It spans both Europe and Asia. Its area is equivalent to the combined size of Xinjiang and Tibet. It's also roughly equal in size to all of Western Europe. It is the 9th largest country in the world by land area. Kazakhstan has the second lowest population density on the Eurasian continent, second only to Mongolia. It has about 7 people per square kilometer.
It is one of the most sparsely populated countries in the world. Kazakhstan was once the world's 4th largest nuclear power. After the collapse of the Soviet Union, Kazakhstan inherited a large number of nuclear weapons. The number of its nuclear warheads reached around 1,410. At the time, it ranked only behind the US, Russia, and Ukraine. Kazakhstan also possessed hundreds of intercontinental missiles, including the SS-18 ICBMs, nicknamed Satan by NATO. These are heavy intercontinental ballistic missiles. They were the most powerful ICBMs ever built by the Soviet Union, the largest in human history. They carried nuclear warheads with a yield of up to 10 megatons, the largest in the world at the time. Each missile could carry up to 8 warheads with a range of up to 16,000 kilometers. But Kazakhstan did not retain its status as a nuclear power for long. Under the leadership of the United States, on May 23, 1992,
United States and Russia, Ukraine and Belarus, Kazakhstan and the 5 nations signed an agreement in Lisbon, Portugal. Signed an agreement stipulating that Ukraine, Belarus, and Kazakhstan must destroy all nuclear weapons within the next 7 years. Kazakhstan's nuclear disarmament program was fully completed in August 1996, making it a nuclear-free country. Kazakhstan's Baikonur Cosmodrome is the oldest in the world and one of the most frequently used space launch sites. It was established in 1955. On October 4, 1957, the Soviet Union successfully launched the world's first artificial Earth satellite from the Baikonur launch site. Sputnik 1.
This great feat marked the official beginning of human exploration of space. On April 12, 1961, Soviet cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin boarded the Vostok 1 manned spacecraft and launched from the Baikonur Cosmodrome, becoming the first human to enter outer space. In the following decades, the Soviet Union used this site to launch the world's first space station, Salyut 1, as well as numerous manned spacecraft and shuttles. Among them, the Buran space shuttle was hailed as the pinnacle of Soviet spaceflight engineering. Its capabilities were unmatched globally at the time. After the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991, the Baikonur Cosmodrome came under Kazakhstan's jurisdiction. In the 21st century,
Russia has launched multiple Soyuz spacecrafts here, manned spacecraft, and Progress cargo spacecraft, providing crucial support to the International Space Station. Currently, the Baikonur Cosmodrome remains the lifeline of the International Space Station. Every year, Russia pays about $115 million in rent to Kazakhstan. The lease runs until 2050. Kazakhstan is a global resource powerhouse. Its proven oil reserves are around 30 billion barrels, accounting for about 3% of the world's total reserves. Its oil reserves rank first among the 5 Central Asian countries and 12th in the world. The price of 92-octane gasoline in Kazakhstan is about 3.5 RMB per liter, less than half of China's domestic price. Kazakhstan is the world's largest uranium producer and second largest in uranium reserves. Its uranium output accounts for 43% of global production. Uranium ore reserves are about 1.5 million tons, approximately 19% of the world's proven reserves, second only to Australia. Kazakhstan's uranium reserves total 2 million tons, ranking first in the world, making up more than 50% of global reserves. Various mineral reserves rank first globally, with total reserves exceeding 230 million tons, accounting for 1/3 of the world's total reserves.
Proven lead reserves amount to 14.8 million tons, accounting for 10.1% of global reserves, ranked 6th in the world. Proven zinc reserves amount to 7.4 million tons, accounting for 3.5% of global reserves, ranked 4th in the world. Coal geological reserves reach 176.7 billion tons, accounting for 4% of global coal reserves, ranked 8th in the world.
Other resources, such as manganese, rank 4th globally. Copper reserves rank 4th in the world. Iron ore reserves rank 6th in the world. Natural gas reserves are also abundant. Proven natural gas reserves are approximately 1.8 trillion cubic meters. Thanks to its rich natural resources, Kazakhstan has strong competitiveness in energy, metals, and petrochemical industries. These sectors not only bring Kazakhstan considerable economic returns, but also accelerate its industrialization process. However, its processing and light industries lag behind. Most consumer goods rely on imports. Kazakhstan is the world's largest producer of horse meat, with an annual output of around 60,000 tons, which is mostly exported. Exports account for over 70% of total production. Kazakhstan has over 29 million hectares of arable land. About 11% of the country's land is suitable for farming. Per capita arable land is about 1.53 hectares, ranked second globally, only behind Australia. Kazakhstan is the world's 14th largest wheat producer, with a total wheat output of about 12.1 million tons in 2023, accounting for 1.5% of global wheat production and one of the world's top 10 grain exporters.
Wheat exports account for about 4% of the global market. In 2023, Kazakhstan's GDP reached $261.4 billion. The per capita GDP stood at $13,136.62. It is rightfully considered the leader among the 5 Central Asian countries. Kazakhstan's average monthly salary overall is approximately 382,000 tenge. That's roughly equivalent to around 6,100 yuan. The mining sector has the highest average monthly salary. It averages around 692,000 tenge, roughly equivalent to about 11,210 yuan. Although wage levels show some progress, wealth distribution in Kazakhstan is extremely imbalanced. A large share of wealth is concentrated among a few. About 0.001% of high net worth individuals hold around 50% of the nation's wealth. Meanwhile, most people own relatively little. A staggering 96.6% of adults hold less than $10,000 in assets. Kazakhstan provides free healthcare for all residents, regardless of nationality, skin color, or background. If you live in the country, you are entitled to basic medical services. Regarding pensions, as long as one pays social insurance regularly, they will receive a pension from the state after retirement. Families with 6 or more children are exempted by the government from all social insurance contributions. This policy aims to encourage childbirth and ensure such large families can live worry-free in retirement. In Kazakhstan, education from primary school to university is generally free of tuition fees. Students also receive living allowances to help cover food and housing expenses.
To ensure they don't drop out due to financial hardship, even though Kazakhstan offers free education and living stipends, issues remain in education quality and resource distribution. It's still a concern worth noting. Kazakhstan once had territorial disputes with China, but eventually returned around 1,100 square kilometers of land to China. To resolve the territorial tensions, Kazakhstan entered into multiple rounds of border negotiations with China. After years of setbacks in diplomacy, the two nations signed a China-Kazakhstan border agreement in 1994, followed by a supplementary agreement in 1998. Then came a decade-long effort of demarcation and clarification until finally in 2008, a 1,700-kilometer border was officially defined.
During this process, Kazakhstan returned about 1,100 square kilometers of territory to China. This included several disputed land parcels, such as the Sari-Shalia-Rashenko Pass, the Chahanabo region, and the western part of the Barluk Mountains dispute area. The return of these lands played a major role in resolving border disputes and strengthening China-Kazakhstan relations. So then what kind of country is Kazakhstan really? Next, let us explore this so-called Jewel of the Inland, a title earned by Kazakhstan. We'll take a deeper look at its geography, urban landscapes, and cultural heritage. The Republic of Kazakhstan, commonly known as Kazakhstan, is located in Central Asia. About 15% of its territory lies in Europe, with the rest in Asia. It borders Russia to the north, China to the east, Kyrgyzstan to the south, Uzbekistan and Turkmenistan as well, and the Caspian Sea to the west.
Its total land area is approximately 2.7249 million square kilometers. As of July 2024, Kazakhstan has a population of 20.13 million. The Kazakhs make up the country's largest ethnic group, accounting for about 65.5% of the population. The Russians are the second largest ethnic group, making up roughly 20%. Other ethnic groups include Uzbeks and Ukrainians,
Uyghur ethnic group, German ethnic group, Dungan, and others. These ethnic groups together form Kazakhstan's rich multicultural background and diverse identity. The dominant religion is Sunni Islam. The official language is Kazakh, which belongs to the Turkic language family. Russian is also widely spoken. The capital is Astana. Astana was formerly known as Nur Sultan. It's not only the capital of Kazakhstan and its second largest city, but also the country's political, economic, and cultural hub. It's the second coldest capital in the world, only after Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia. Winter temperatures can drop below -40 degrees Celsius. It spans an area of about 810.2 square kilometers with a population of around 1.2 million. Located in the vast semi-desert and steppe region of north-central Kazakhstan, right along the Ishim River. In 1997, Astana became Kazakhstan's new capital, replacing the former capital Almaty. It is one of the youngest capitals in the world. Astana boasts many iconic and culturally important tourist attractions, like the Palace of Peace and Reconciliation, the Museum of Future Energy, and the Grand Mosque. Almaty is Kazakhstan's largest city, located in the southeast, near the borders of China and Kyrgyzstan. Once famous for its apple production.
Located in the southeastern border region of the country, near China and Kyrgyzstan, Almaty was once famed for its abundant apples, earning it the nickname City of Apples. The city spans an area of about 682 square kilometers, with a population of around 2 million. During the Qing dynasty, the Almaty region was once Chinese territory, known as Galban Alamatu. Almaty lies at the foot of the Tian Shan Mountains, blessed with breathtaking natural scenery such as Mediyu Peak, Koktobay, and Big Almaty Lake, popular tourist attractions. Within the city itself, many buildings and landmarks hold historical and cultural value, like the Ascension Cathedral, the second tallest wooden church in the world, which draws countless tourists each year. Kazakhstan's terrain is varied and complex, mostly plains and lowlands, but also hills and mountain ranges. The landscape rises in the southeast and lowers in the northwest.
60% of its land is desert or semi-deserts. The north consists of plains. Central Kazakhstan is home to hills. There are lowlands in the southwest. Mountains dominate the east. Kazakhstan has a classic continental climate with extreme seasonal differences. Winters are bitterly cold. Summers are scorching hot. The air is dry and rainfall is limited. Kazakhstan's largest lake is Lake Balkhash. It stretches west to east, about 605 kilometers long. Its width ranges from 9 to 74 kilometers. The area covers around 18,200 square kilometers. It is the world's fourth longest lake and Central Asia's second largest inland lake. Lake Balkhash is famous for its two-water phenomenon. Half of the lake contains fresh water, the other half salt water. This is due to the Ili River from China's Xinjiang flowing into the western part of the lake, accounting for 75 to 80% of its total inflow. The eastern part lacks river inflow, so the west is freshwater while the east is saline. Historically, Lake Balkhash was known as Yibo Hai and has been referenced in Chinese records since the Han Dynasty.
A natural boundary at the northern frontier. Throughout history, it was part of China's northwest and home to many ethnic activities. It once served as a border lake between China and Russia, but after the 1864 Sino-Russian Treaty on Northwest Borders, Lake Balkhash was officially ceded. No longer part of China, it passed to Russia, and after the Soviet collapse, it became Kazakhstan's. Kazakhstan's main rivers include the Irtysh, the Ural, Sirdarya, and Ili rivers. These rivers not only provide Kazakhstan with abundant water resources, but also play a vital role in supporting its environment and economic development. Kazakhstan's cuisine is rich and diverse. Pilaf and grilled meats offer irresistible aromas. Hand-pulled lamb and horse sausages are unique specialties. Kumis and fermented mare's milk reflect ethnic flavors. Sample baustrak and samsa to taste the sweetness of dairy and richness of milk tea. Every bite is a journey into Kazakhstan's unique culture, both immersive and delicious. Kazakhstan's history spans from ancient nomadic empires to medieval khanates, then under Russian colonial rule, followed by Soviet republic status, until it emerged as an independent modern nation.
Humans inhabited the Kazakh region since prehistoric times. They lived through the Stone and Bronze Ages.
The rise of nomadic cultures shaped the region's early development. With the emergence of nomadic peoples, Kazakhstan became the heartland for multiple nomadic powers, including the Xianu and Wasun. In 583 AD, the Turkic Khaganate split into eastern and western branches. Kazakhstan fell under the Western Turkic rule. In the 10th century, the Karluks established the Yabgu state here. Later, they founded the Karakhanate dynasty. In 1124, Yelyudashi created the Western Liao, conquering both east and west Karakhanate realms. Kazakhstan became part of Western Liao territory. In 1218, the Mongol Empire's Western expedition destroyed Western Liao and took control of Central Asia. The Chagatai Khanate was established in the region. Kazakhstan came under the rule of the Chagatai Khanate. In 1456, descendants of Genghis Khan's golden lineage founded the Kazakh Khanate here, separating from the Uzbek Khanate. At the turn of the 17th and 18th centuries, the Kazakhs split into three Zhuzes, the Great, Middle, and Lesser Hordes. By the mid-18th century, Russia began its invasion of Kazakhstan. In 1872, the Tsarist government fully controlled the region,
Establishing an administrative system, the fall of the Kazakh Khanates. In 1936, Kazakhstan joined the Soviet Union, becoming one of the Soviet republics. In 1991, the Soviet Union collapsed. Kazakhstan declared its independence. After independence, Kazakhstan relied on its vast oil and nuclear mineral resources to rapidly develop its economy. Kazakhstan, a nation located in the heart of the Eurasian continent, with its rich historical heritage and rapidly growing economic power, majestic landscapes and abundant natural resources, is gradually drawing global attention. If given the chance, would you long to step onto this land where vast grasslands meet towering snowy mountains? Would you want to experience the unique charm of Kazakhstan yourself? Or have you already left unforgettable footprints and unique experiences in Kazakhstan? We welcome you to share your stories in the comments below. Thank you for watching today's. If you enjoyed our content, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next episode.